Hello and welcome to the Bibi and Peter Show. This is one more edition where we put the fun back into your English learning. And you're with me, the dramatic colleague, partner, podcast presenter, Bibi. Please.
Dramatic? Is it the word
Yes.
dramatic or fun or
Mm-hmm.
amazing or just like the light of your life? I think you were looking.
Oh,
Could you not find
a
the right
dram
words?
it's
Did
like
you
a
need? Did
dramatic
you need
light.
a?
It's like a strobe, like a flickering strobe, but it's a light.
Oh dear God, no! Come on. Nothing you say to me today is going to upset me. Like nothing you say
Really?
can dampen my
Hmm.
spirits.
Why? What made you so
Because
strong and
okay,
determined?
so don't laugh, but I have this
Mm.
new notebook, right? Well,
Mm.
it's actually a planner, right? And for
Okay.
a very long time, I've been trying to find one like this where it has for every day you have your to-do list, your priority list, and like different columns and sections where you can write notes and things that went well, things that didn't,
You
and
you
it's
you
like
downloaded
basic.
that from the Play Store, iTunes.
You're
Where
joking
is
with
it?
me right now, right? You're making
I'm
fun of me,
serious.
right?
I'm totally serious.
No,
What?
it's not electronic. It's an
It's what then?
actual hardcover book. It's like an actual pen and paper. If this, like, can you hear? Can you hear
Why?
the paper? Can you
Yeah, I
hear
haven't heard
it?
that. I haven't heard that. I hear that in movies, but I haven't heard that actual
My God, are you?
plasma.
You cannot be
Why?
serious.
Why
Okay,
would
so
you?
let's
Why would you?
let's let's
Why?
talk
Why?
about this. Let's
Maybe.
talk about this.
So you're telling me you're planning your life on a piece of paper,
Uh,
and
Basically, do not
you're
make it
throwing
sound.
throwing out AI and apps and digitalization completely out of the window. And it's like, no, I'm going back into pen and paper. That's it.
Exactly.
That's why.
Precisely what I'm saying.
Why would
Because
you
it
do that?
helps. It helps with memory retention.
Memory? Really?
Yeah, really, absolutely. Go
How
ask
come?
your friend ChatGPT or whoever else you may use. I know you love your
It's,
AI tool, right?
it's not a friend, but I might ask him later.
But honestly, it really helps. There's a science behind it. Like the tactile feedback that you have with paper,
Tactile
right?
feedback, like
Tactile feed. Yes,
touching.
exactly.
So I need to
Right?
touch a piece of paper to remember what's written on it.
Oh, come on, don't be so basic. It's not only about touching the paper. It's like when you do something, like I don't know if you've ever been told by your mother, if
Yeah,
you're going to do something, do it right. Have you ever been told that? That was like my mother's famous saying growing up. If
yeah,
you're going to do something, do
million
it right.
times. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So basically, that's exactly it. When you write on the pen and paper, right, that's the best way to do it because you are engaging all your senses in that particular
Right.
task. And that is
Wow.
proven. I swear to you, it's proven. Studies are showing, right? Like I'm literally going to read right now.
That's
Some
amazing.
studies suggest that physical writing on paper still has advantage for memory retention and comprehension
That's
as
interesting
compared
because
to typing.
I've seen an article of a few months back that
Uh-huh.
the Swedish government
Uh-huh.
started, this year. They say that we're going on a back pedal, on a back
Okay.
burner, and we are bringing books back into the curriculum.
There we go. So I'm not sucking this out of my thumb.
Okay, yeah.
I'm really
Okay.
there's a science behind it. People are realizing that pen to paper. I had another research done because I was like not really convinced about it. I had another I did another research on it and it said like when you write on a pen and paper, it kind of creates like a kind of light bulb goes off in your head where it says this is important, right?
You're involving more bodily
Sen
movement.
Exactly, like all
I
your
see.
senses, your sensory.
So the
So when
more
you're writing, okay, someone's going to argue and say electronic notebooks, okay, they still have the same style, hand movements of writing, and it's still active learning, but there's no tactile feedback because it's glass or it's plastic screen.
Yeah, of course.
And to be honest, Peter, come on, tell me. How good is your memory?
To be honest, Bibi, I'm struggling with my memory. I've been struggling with my
Right?
memory, and not that I'm not the only one. I've seen that many people, they they just it seems like memory is something that I don't know. People's having their memories getting worse and worse.
And
People are
that's
not.
because we need to go back to basics, right? It sounds basic, it sounds outdated, it sounds like boomer, right? It sounds like something from the
Hmm.
19 whatevers. I know I was sitting in class the other day and I had my two notebooks and it made
Yeah.
a sound and I was showing my student, I was like, I'm so excited about this notebook. And he's like, which era do you come from? And we got into
But
this discussion and he was quite surprised.
it's not just Bibi, it's not just touching it. I think there's also a relation between the the smell of the books. I mean, isn't that also part of the learning experience, like
It
smelling
could
things and
be. It could be. It's like reading, when you read,
mm,
as opposed to reading an ebook, right? And the reason why people use electronic notebooks, oh, I can erase it and I can rewrite on it, and the convenience. It's more the convenience of it. But
mhm,
anything that makes your life easier, there's always a downside to it, right?
yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
downside to it.
I always
So,
I always mention this case of the pendulum, right? Life is like a pendulum, and
uh,
it's swinging so much to the radical of artificial intelligence, it's digitalization and just everything digital, and it's coming back, Bibi. It needs to come back because
yeah,
either we going to lose
go
touch of
back to
ourselves,
basics.
and
Exactly.
I think it's the same thing with our mental health. It's like we're not giving our sensorial enough stimulation anymore,
No,
and there is a consequence
precisely
to that.
that. Like, to be honest, when I'm writing with a pen and paper, I find it very therapeutic. Do you want to
Yeah,
explain the word therapeutic, Peter? What does
it's it's
therapeutic mean?
it's mentally it helps us to be more mentally healthy and clear
Relaxed, yeah, it's
and
relaxing.
relaxed. Yeah,
It's like how people find yoga therapeutic.
yeah,
Just try writing with a pen and paper. Like anything that you fancy. Maybe you fancy like a black book, yeah, similar to
yeah.
like something that's not too fancy with butterflies and flowers like I do,
Hmm.
but anything that rocks your boat. Kind of get a
Yeah,
notepad that speaks your personality, a pen that speaks your personality, because I'm all about, lots of
it's
colors and pastels
so
and
it's
and
like
see the
exploring
difference.
exploring your creativity, right? You need to
Exactly.
create,
Tapping
right?
into your creativity, right?
And the more we create, the more we we are able
And
to.
it actually makes learning much more fun. Like I'm actually look forward to learning my Spanish because I have my pretty little book, right? But for you,
Yes.
probably it will be like a black, dark notebook. Not saying anything about your personality here, but I'm just saying,
Come on, Bibi. Come on, Bibi. I'm a very creative person, actually.
Really?
You'll be
What color
surprised.
notebook
Yeah.
would you choose? What color notebook would you choose, Peter? I'm dying to know.
I would put a Star Wars photo in front of my notebook,
Oh, here
actually.
we go.
Yeah.
And I
Or
rest my case, people. I
Lord of
rest
the
my
Rings
case.
or something.
Oh
Or
dear
yeah, I
God.
don't
I
know.
rest my case. There we go. I rest my case. Bottom line is we need to get back to pen and paper, put pen to paper, and see the difference that it makes in your memory retention. Not your
Yeah.
Google Map, not your Google Calendar, not your app on your fancy gadgets, not your electronic notebook. Just good old
Hmm.
fashioned pen and paper
Well,
and see the difference.
congratulations, Bibi. You really convinced me, and I'm think I'm gonna get back to writing.
Really?
I
Ernest,
yeah.
Peter, can you just say that again? Like, just one more time for everyone to hear loud and clear.
I think I'm gonna go back to writing something because
So,
BB
do you are
completely
you agreeing
convinced
with
me.
me? Are you saying that I'm right? Let's just
Yes,
clarify that. You saying I'm
I am.
right?
I am agreeing
A little bit
100%.
louder, please.
I, Peter, declare on this podcast that I am in full accordance with BB's declarations and utterances.
What
Is
he's
that
trying to
enough?
say is that I'm right, I'm always right, and he is too he's so surprised by it that he had to accept defeat for once.
Of course
So
not,
I'm
BB.
gonna bask in this
You're
glory.
you're very intelligent and you're very competent. So I mean, good on you,
Competent?
Bibi. Yeah.
Competent? You make me sound like your secretary. No, I refuse to
I'm
take
sorry.
that.
Okay. You're a genius, Bibi. You're a genius. You're
Now
amazing.
that's
You're.
better. That's better. I can
Mm,
bask in that.
okay.
Let's wrap this up so I can go bask in my glory. What does bask in
Mm.
your glory mean, Peter?
I would say it's like finding a suntan under your own eagle.
No, that's not what it means. Come on, bask in your
Yes, this.
glory. What does it mean?
I was just finding pleasure in being glorified or being pronounced. Is it?
Yes, being recognized for your capabilities is basking in your glory.
Yeah.
Being
Well, enjoy it,
recognized,
Bibi.
being praised, yeah,
There
is
we go.
basking in your
Praise.
glory,
Yeah,
and
that is a better word.
enjoying the praise. Enjoying
Yeah.
the praise is basking in your glory. There we
Yeah,
go.
that's a much better word.
So
It's
thank
amazing.
you. I'm going to bask in my glory now
Well, enjoy
and
it.
wrap this up. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Bibi. Thank you, everyone. And that's another wrap for another episode. And see you next time. Mm. All the best.
Bye.